Eagles pass rush, the Jaelan Phillips factor. As we dive into the current season, one of the most talked about aspects of the Philadelphia Eagles has undoubtedly been their pass rush. After losing some key players last offseason, including Milton Williams to the Patriots, Josh Sweat to the Cardinals, and Brandon Graham to retirement, fans were left wondering how the team would fill those gaps. Thankfully, Graham made his return, but the absence of these talents still loomed large. The Eagles attempted to address this issue by bringing in Josh Uche, but the results have been underwhelming so far. Now, here's where it gets interesting. The acquisition of Jaelan Phillips at the trade deadline has emerged as a game-changer for the Eagles. In just 2 games, he's already made a significant impact with 1 sack, a fumble recovery, and a total of 11 tackles. It is safe to say that Phillips has been exactly what the Eagles needed to bolster their pass rush. His performances have fans buzzing about the potential of this partnership extending beyond this season. Comment "Go Philadelphia Eagles" in the comments. Defensive coordinator Vic Fangio has raved about Phillips, highlighting his strength and ability to rush the passer. It's clear that Phillips has the skill set to thrive in this Eagles defense, and fans should be excited about what he brings to the table. Tim McManus from ESPN has labeled him the pending free agent to watch, noting that the Eagles have a history of investing in players who fit their culture and scheme. If Phillips continues to perform at this level, it raises the question, can the Eagles afford to let him walk at the end of the season? With several other players, including the rising star Jalen Carter, also in line for big contracts, the Eagles face some tough decisions ahead. But let's be honest, keeping Phillips should be a priority. Losing him would set the Eagles back to square one regarding their pass rush, and we all know how crucial that is in the competitive landscape of the NFL. As we watch Phillips shine, it's hard not to imagine a long-term partnership that could solidify the Eagles' defense for years to come. Fans, what do you think? Should the Eagles prioritize signing Phillips? Or do you believe there are other areas that need more attention? Let's hear from you. Which city are you representing? And what are your thoughts on the future of Jaelan Phillips with the Philadelphia Eagles? Jalen Hurts keeps the Eagles flying high ahead of Dallas Showdown. As we gear up for another exciting week of Eagles football, let's take a moment to reflect on our star quarterback, Jalen Hurts, who continues to lead the Philadelphia Eagles with remarkable skill and determination. Now in his 6th NFL season, Hurts is fresh off a Super Bowl 59 victory, where he not only guided the Eagles to glory, but also earned the title of Super Bowl MVP. His performance last season was impressive, throwing for 2,903 yards and 18 touchdowns, and he is already making waves this season. Currently, Hurts has completed 180 of 269 passes for 1,995 yards and 16 touchdowns, with only 1 interception through the first 10 games of the season. This puts the Eagles at an 8-2 record, keeping us in the conversation as one of the top teams in the NFC. However, let's be real for a second. While our record looks great, there are some inconsistencies in our offense. We find ourselves ranking 29th in the league for passing yards per game at 199.5, which is a bit concerning. As fans, we need to ask ourselves, what's the reason behind this? Is it the offensive line, the play calling, or maybe a mix of factors? Comment "Go Philadelphia Eagles" in the comments, and let's discuss. Looking ahead to Week 12, the Eagles are set to face off against the Dallas Cowboys. We all know how intense these matchups can be, and the Cowboys are hungry for a win, looking for their 5th victory of the season. But let's not forget that we bested them in our season opener, a game where Hurts showcased his dual threat ability, completing 19 of 23 passes for 152 yards and rushing 14 times for 62 yards with 2 touchdowns. That kind of performance gives us confidence going into this next showdown, doesn't it? In a wonderful gesture that reflects his character, Hurts will be wearing special cleats this Sunday, representing the Jalen Hurts Foundation, which focuses on youth development in underserved communities. His commitment to giving back is commendable, and it's clear that he's using his platform for a positive impact. The foundation has pledged to donate $5,000 for every touchdown he scores this season. That's not just inspiring, it shows the kind of leader we have at the helm. As we approach kickoff at 4:25 p.m. Eastern Time at AT&T Stadium, let's rally together as fans. What do you think is the key to securing a win against the Cowboys? Will Hurts continue to shine, or will we see some of those inconsistencies creep back in? Let's keep the conversation going. Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's hear from fans all over. Where are you watching from? And what's your take on how the Eagles are performing? Go Philadelphia Eagles. Eagles aim for 5-game winning streak against Cowboys. As the Philadelphia Eagles prepare to face off against the Dallas Cowboys this Sunday, there's a palpable excitement in the air. This game is crucial for the Eagles as they look to extend their winning streak to a season-high 5 games and inch closer to clinching back-to-back NFC East titles. It's been over 20 years since a team has achieved this feat, and we all remember how proud we were when the Eagles dominated the division from 2001 to 2004. Comment "Go Philadelphia Eagles" in the comments to show your support. The Cowboys, on the other hand, are treating this game like a playoff matchup. With 29 years since they last reached a Super Bowl or NFC Championship game, it's no surprise they're looking to make a statement. However, we all know that the Eagles thrive in high-pressure situations, and this is where they excel. Kickoff is set for 4:25 p.m., and the anticipation is building. Let's dive into some key storylines for this matchup. First up is the emerging star, Jalen Carter. He had a standout performance against the Lions with 5 tackles and 2 batted passes. When asked about facing rookie guard Tyler Booker, he confidently stated that he's looking to bring out the fear in his opponents. This fiery attitude could be a game changer. Do you think Carter can dominate the line of scrimmage against the Cowboys? Unfortunately, the Eagles will be without their right tackle, Lane Johnson, who is recovering from a Lisfranc sprain. The good news, though, is he won't require surgery and could return in about a month. Fred Johnson will step in, but we all know that if he falters, it could test the Eagles' depth. The Cowboys do have a strong pass rush, but they lack the elite edge rushers we've seen in other matchups. Do you think our offensive line can hold up even without Lane? One area that has been a struggle for the Eagles this season is beating Dallas zone coverage. A.J. Brown pointed out that crossing routes could be effective against zone defenses, but it seems offensive coordinator Kevin Patullo hasn't been utilizing them fully. Do you think we'll see more creative play calling this week? Adding another layer of drama, quarterback Jalen Hurts addressed some chatter from within the team about his performance. He emphasized that everyone has opinions, but the focus should be on working together to achieve success. How do you feel about the team's chemistry? Is Hurts doing enough to rally the troops? Lastly, there's concern around center Cam Jurgens, who's been dealing with a series of injuries. My personal take is that he should be on IR to heal properly for the playoffs, but it appears the coaching staff is willing to push him through this week. He'll have a tough task against some formidable defensive players, so we'll be keeping a close eye on his performance. As for a prediction, it's tough to see how this game will play out. The defenses are strong on both sides, and while the Cowboys' offense has looked more dangerous, I believe in our Eagles to rise to the occasion. However, I might lean towards the Cowboys this time with a score of 26-21, though I hope to be proven wrong. How are you feeling about this matchup? What's your score prediction? Let's hear your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to include your city and your opinion about the Eagles. Go Philadelphia Eagles!